'cause we're gonna be legends. Gonna get their attention. What we're doing here ain't just scary.
Okay guys, today's video is going to just be very, very simple. So no fucking around, no impressions, no funny man shit. What I'm going to show you is I'm on week 2 now of my bulk. And I'm going to show you my typical training day meals, okay? Now, unfortunately, I missed the last meal on camera. I didn't miss it in real life because I was hungry, and you know what? I just totally fucking forgot. So, the last meal, which isn't shown in this video, is actually 350 gram of steak. I'm guessing thereabouts because what I do is I just buy a packet, and that's 400 grams. And then I'm guessing when it's dried out, because all meat carries some water, that it's going to be about 350. So I bang that in with some peppers, and I have 250 gram of Greek yogurt with a bit of dried fruit. Now the reason I have the Greek yogurt is because it helps me sleep better at night, and it also stops any heartburn that I have during the night. And I find that a bit too much information, but it helps keep me, you know, regular. So that will be my full day of training meals. Now, as I progress, my weight at the moment has gone up 2-3 pounds. It's more than enough. My training's intense, and that's what I gauge it by, and by my weekly pictures. Weight to me is one of the last things that I use to decide what I'm going to do with my food. I use pictures. I use my intensity in the gym as my feedback first, and my weight's just to monitor. So, but as I progress, you're going to see what I add, and we'll go from there. Morning, guys. Okay, so today's video is about my training day meals, which does change from my non-training day meals, okay? So first thing before I've even eaten this meal, this is a very early meal in the day, like 6:30, 6 a.m. So the first thing I do, if you've been following me, you know that I'm going through a cruising period on my quote marks, supplements. So I take, when I'm cruising, I like to use peptides. I've personally found they keep you leaner, they help with a better pump, they make you look a little fuller, and they definitely help. Are they needed? 100% no, you don't need them, but they do help a little bit. My peptides of choice, very simple: GHRP2, CJC NODAC, 100 microgram of each, 3 times a day, and I take that on 3 days a week, right? Okay, so on the other 3 days a week, we use other stuff like, which I'll go into my next video. So this is my breakfast. Now this is a lot for breakfast, but that's also because it's my training meal. So I train early in the morning. No real reason for that other than my lifestyle, my work lifestyle. It works better for me. I like to train early in the morning. The gym's clearer. I feel stronger. I've become used to it. That sort of shit. So I usually have this an hour and a half before I go to the gym, an hour before I go to the gym. So what have we got? We've got 3 whole eggs. These are extra large eggs with 6 egg whites. Then I've topped that off with 50 gram of beef that I've cooked up with a few peppers, some tomato ketchup on there. Then if you look at I've got some oats here. There's 160 gram of oats with 55 gram of raisins. And I've got, these are not tea cozies. I've got 2 crumpets. These have got about 10 grams of carbs each. I don't know how many calories are in each meal. I don't know how much protein it is. I basically have a meal plan that I follow. Boring, I know, but it works for me. You do not have to have a meal plan to be successful if you're tracking calories or tracking macros. But for me, it works. And then all I do is add to that meal plan little bits that I know. So like, you know, you'll see as the weeks go on, because we're in week 2 now of the bulk or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And this is my first meal. My next meal is going to be an intra-workout, and I'm going to show you supplements that I use for that. So let's get this done, and then we'll go on to the next meal. And obviously I have a cup of tea to wake me up. Okay, let's talk intra-workout, pre-workout, blah, blah, blah. I keep my supplements very, very basic. I'm not a big user of supplements. I mainly believe that my diet is 99% of my work. I've always been that way. I'm not saying if you use supplements that you won't make results. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying personally for me, I prefer to get all my nutrition in first and then supplement my diet with supplements. Okay, so I just take a pre-workout and intra-workout. Why do I take an intra-workout? Because I follow a push-pull-legs routine. So my routines are made up of a lot of body parts, training in one go. And I find an intra-workout helps me a hell of a lot during keeping my strength up, and just keeping my muscles well hydrated while I'm training. So as well as the time that I train in the day as well, because I train so early, it just gives me a little bit extra boost. So I do not cope well with stimulants, so I do not touch stimulant pre-workouts. My pre-workout choice at the moment is 5% nutrition's full as fuck. I really do rate that. It gives you a good solid pump. There are a few things that I would like to tweak on that, and this is a side related topic which we'll make a video about later, but that is why I've decided to go for a different pre-workout coming up soon, which is going to be our own pre-workout that we've formulated, which just fills in the gaps that I felt were missing from full as fuck. Intra-workout, very, very simple. I take a BCAA, which actually this has EAAs in as well, but I take a BCAA, I take 1 scoop of that, which is about 12 grams, apparently on the thing, on the actual tub, and I take 2 scoops of Raging Full, again, which I rate. It helps you very much with keeping you full, keeping you stronger, and that alone is going to give you a better session, and better sessions consistently are going to lead to more muscle growth. So maybe not the product itself, but just the general feeling it gives you in the gym is good. It might even be placebo, who knows. I use those 2 intra, and I'll take this half an hour or 20 minutes before I go and train, and it's as simple as that. Meal 3, which is, if you've been keeping track, is actually my post-workout meal. So meal 1 was obviously my pre-workout breakfast. Meal 2 is my intra-workout. I do count as a meal because it is, you know, made up of carbohydrates and proteins. Is made up of food. And meal 3 here is my post-workout. What have I got? Really simple. Turkey, I usually cook with Moroccan seasoning with some bell peppers in there. 300 gram of cooked weight. So that's after it's been cooked, it's 300 grams of weight. My rice is 160 grams of uncooked rice. How that works out, I weigh it out first, then I cook it, because I prefer to eat my rice fresh. I mean, personally, I have the opportunity to do that. I don't like to store it in the fridge because then it becomes clumpy and I have to have it the next day and everything. And I just top it off with some iceberg lettuce. Now, I just want to go into something personally for me. This is what I do. Post-workout, I'll eat whenever, 2, 3, 4 hours sometimes later after my training session. I really don't believe in this hype of a post-workout window, or that, you know, that if you eat outside of that, your body's not going to know what to do with the food. If you've trained hard, whenever you eat, for fucking the whole day afterwards, your body's going to pretty much partition those nutrients to go and repair muscle tissue and help with recovery and build new muscle. So to me, that's just a load of bullshit. But that's for me personally. I have done the immediate post-workout shakes, and I'll be honest with you, they just went to the toilet because I just needed to go to the toilet. I found it affected my stomach. Yes, I used weight isolate and all that bullshit. Done nothing for me. I prefer whole food meals. I like long gaps, because if you're eating a lot of food, to some people this might not be a lot of food, but to me it is. And if you're eating a lot of food, you need a good few hours to digest that and use it. I like to be hungry for my meals as well. Hence why, you know, I have the long gaps. Just what I like to do. And anyway, I will see you at meal 4. Okay, guys, this is meal 4. And I think I've zoomed in too much. And all I've got here is 3 egg whites. Ignore that chocolate, that's not for me. 3 egg whites, 3 whole eggs, 6 egg whites, and 100 grams of salmon here. And this is my meal. I don't usually have carbs in this meal. I will be having carbs as the weeks progress, but that's the whole point of this video, to show you how to progress. That's meal 4, and I will show you the last meal next.